Welcome to my series, Shit That Happened When I Was a 911 Dispatcher. Tonight we're going to switch it up a little. There is an incident that I will never forget. It was one of my top 5 memories of being a dispatcher. And this case happened in 2007, so it's been like 17 years. Sometimes my memory is like spot on and I remember everything about a call, and then there's some that I can't really put all the pieces together. So I reached out to a friend of mine who was dispatching with me that day, that morning, and I picked her brain about it. Full transparency, our memories are a little different. I'm sure the actual story falls somewhere in the middle, but she happened to have all of the calls from that morning and she emailed them to me. So I have been putting it off. I've had them in my email for a while. I wanted to listen to them to kind of like refresh my memory and see if it aligns with what I remember. And I frankly am worried that it's going to trigger me. So I've just been avoiding it because that's my healthy coping skill. But let's listen to them together, and then I'll tell you the story after. So here we go.
6:13 a.m.
Saw a little blonde kid walking down my alley with a gun.
What's your address?
Don't do anymore. I was out loading my pickup truck, and this kid was walking out of my driveway. And I was watching him. He was wearing blue jeans, blonde, short hair, and he had a gun. And he's barefoot.
Is he a white male?
Yeah, white male. I think he was coming to steal stuff out of my truck. I'm loading up for a camping trip, and I have a feeling he was walking up here to steal my gear.
Seen him before?
Never in my life. Never seen a character like that walking around at 6 in the morning before back here.
And he was in the alleyway?
Yeah, he was.
Back alley?
He's actually, I caught him in my driveway, walking off my driveway.
6:42 a.m. 34 seconds.
Someone's been shot here.
Someone's been shot there?
Yes.
Okay, when did they get shot?
I don't know. I just got here to pick up a soda, and the lady's behind the counter.
Okay. Can you tell if she's still alive, sure?
I don't know. No, I just ran out to make the call. We'll go check, but please send somebody right away.
Okay, sir.
6:43 a.m. 31 seconds.
It appears that the person working behind the counter has been shot or something.
Were you there? Were you there when it happened?
No. There were about 4 or 5 of us that came in, and we were waiting in line to get checked out. We couldn't figure out where they were, so we were looking around. One gentleman goes, looked at the counter. Well, oh my God, there he is. He was laying on the floor. So.
Okay. Do you see any kind of a weapon or anything around him?
No, but there is a puddle of blood.
Okay. And your name, sir?
6:42 a.m. 29 seconds.
What's the address of your emergency?
That's what those shots were. And we were pulled up. We heard 2 shots.
So where are you at? Okay, someone's been shot?
Yeah, 2 guys in the store. They're shot behind the counter.
Okay, has anyone entered the store?
Excuse me?
Has anyone entered the store?
Yes, there was 4 of us waiting on behind the counter, and we just noticed there's 2 guys behind the counter shot, bleeding.
Okay, are you out of way of danger?
As you can hear, the first call was a gentleman who called in a suspicious person. He said a gentleman walking with no shoes on was in his alleyway, in his driveway, and he had a pew-pew with him. Full transparency, this is where my coworker and I's memory differs. She only remembers the one call coming in, and she obviously has the recordings. I remember there being more than one call. I remember all of those calls being cleared by the officers as unable to locate, and I also remember it being right around shift change. So it wasn't uncommon for maybe blinders to be on, I'm just saying. As you heard, multiple people called in and said that at a gas station early in the morning, they went inside to get their coffee, get their soda, whatever, presumably before they were on their way to work, and they found 2 people unalived behind the desk. Once officers arrived, they confirmed that one of the persons that was unalived matched the description of the suspicious person calls that had come in, and it was determined that it was a murder-suicide. One thing that stands out to me about this incident is that later on, the shooter's parents would go on to say that they had no red flags, they never saw this coming, they don't know what sparked this, but we, being the police department, had confiscated this kid. I think he was 19. I'm going by memory. We had confiscated this kid's firearm shortly before this incident happened because he discharged it in the city limits, and that's illegal. But his mommy and his daddy had bought him a lawyer, and his lawyer had, I don't know what he did, but he convinced the city that they had to return the weapon. So we had to return the weapon to the kid, and if my memory serves me correct, it was like days before this happened. And that kid also used to work at that gas station, and he had recently gone back and tried to get his job back, and the person that was working, who he unalived in the murder-suicide, wouldn't give him his job back. So his parents did know that he had some ties to that gas station. Calls like this stick with you because you think things like, if the officers had located them, if we had given a better description, if we had put a better direction of travel, like all of those things, right? But we'll never know if the outcome would have been different. The outcome might have been that if our officers did locate him, it would have been like a schmoocide by cop situation. The end.